Well, here we are. We got my column set up in the 3-jaw chuck. Plug held in the 3 jaws. Bottom of the column up against this jaw, and not shown is a revolving center that will be here, but for now is out of the way. And yeah, the column itself leans all over the place. So a couple of articles I've read suggested machining the column first and then machining the top and bottom. But in my measurements, if I'd done that, it looks like I wouldn't have cleaned up in a number of areas. So I don't know what's different between my casting and theirs, but whatever. Anyway, the plan now is to clean this up everywhere. So what I've done is I've set the taper turning attachment up, and I've basically just matched the taper of the column best as I can. So that represents sort of 15th thou variation over the length on that bit. And if we come to another spot, $20-30 total over that. And let's do another spot. So probably a total of 60 to 70 thou variation, but bearing in mind the undulations within the casting. So it's kind of balanced out close enough. We'll do one more. The idea being to just remove the minimum amount of material. See, that's especially good there. So what's the plan? First of all, clean up that face, get it to dimension that way. That will allow us to get in with a tool to shape this. Then I'll turn that diameter in there, this diameter, to clean up. And then we'll probably work on the tapered column. And once I've got that cleaned up, then we'll come in and do the various radii. And it's kind of just see how we go, to be honest. Something you may notice here is a set of thin rubber sheets that I've got in place. There's actually 3 individual sheets, and it's a bit lashed together to try it out. But this is proving very effective at stopping that cast iron dust from getting on the ways of my machine. So having tried this out in a temporary fashion, I'll probably rig up some better brackets to hold those for future use. So now I've changed over to a left-hand tool, and I'm just zeroing the DRO with the tool touching the underside of the column so that I can establish the dimension of the underside of the top plinth. The story so far. I've got most of the tapered part of the column cleaned up, and that's gone quite well. There's still a little bit to take out here. But what I'm going to do now is bring my attention to the sort of straight parts of the decorations, if you like. And I'm going to clean those up and get them close to diameter. And then I'm going to come in with my forming tools and see what we can do. So it turns out the position of these doesn't match the drawing very closely, and that's wholly unimportant. What I have achieved is I've got the base to the correct thickness and the taper about right. I've got rid of most of the run out. I'm nearly finished there, and it's leaving about the right amount of material on the diameter. It won't match the drawing exactly, but this is all decorative, but it should come in and look nice. I've managed to clean up the underside of here. That's currently 10 thou off dimension. I'm probably going to take another 10, and again, that doesn't matter. What does matter is it looks about right. So it's possible that if I'd shifted my start dimension when I was doing the height setting features, I could have biased it all in the right position, but it's close enough. Just needs to look nice. Right. Addendum. I've now disconnected the taper attachment. I've left the taper set up because I'm going to come and do a final cleanup on this, but so that I don't influence these diameters, which shouldn't be tapered, not that it would matter over that short distance, I've disconnected it. So here we go. So what I'm doing here is using a carbide end mill to accurately machine a half round into the end of a piece of tool steel bar, and I'm just nibbling away at it because it's just too hard to take in one big bite. But this way I can get a nice accurate forming tool. So this form tool was made by using a carbide end mill to machine this high-speed steel, and this is good high-speed steel, so it was not easy. An easier way of making these form tools is to just use drill rod, which is not quite as hard as this particular high-speed steel, and then you can harden it. In this case I didn't need to harden it anyway, but that means that this is a straight profile, so it needs some relief angle. So all I'm going to do to achieve that is drill it out. So this feature is being applied just by eye, just to clean it up. Dumbass! Going to have to hang this out there a bit. Oh, fuck me. These cheap ass fucking screws. Right, I've set this up so that I can clean this up and not hit the corners as they come around. So here we go then. welcome to the ending bit. So what have we got? A column that's mostly complete, and I'm going to end the video about here. There's still a couple of features to put in it. I need to add tapped holes here to attach this entablature to. And then I want to do a little decorative machining along these sides to put a kind of a groove in there to match the entablature. I just think that will look nice. But I want to study this casting a bit and do some machining on this to make sure this is all going to work. The reason I haven't done these tapped holes yet is because when I look at the drawing supplied with the kit, it puts the nuts that you'll have to do up here very close to these sides. So I'm probably going to put the holes in different positions, and I just want to give that some thought. So I also want to partially machine this, clean off these surfaces, and basically get this all to match. And I've got just enough material to clean off top and bottom here that this will look nice and match this thickness. Very worst case, I may have to turn a little more off the underside here, and that's why I've left the plugs in for now. So that's where this is. It's largely done. Pretty happy with how it went. All of this was freeform hand turning just to make it look appropriate, which I think I've done. All of the details around around what this has to do functionally were done very accurately, and they're all very, very close to nominal. They're all like within 1 or 2 thou. So this will now fulfill its purpose very well indeed. So a little bit of work to do on here, and then finish these two up, and maybe that'll be the next video. And then after that, other parts. These videos are coming out quite sporadically now, and I may do a short WhatsApp channel video just to explain that. So, but for now, that's it. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got something out of it. And until the next one, be seeing you.